Macaron has a knack of doing that, puts himself on, keeps his team in this ball game.
We got a pinch hitter here. This is going to be Cody Elder. No, this is still Victor.
Oliver Van Buskirk.
That's right, it is Van Buskirk.
Van Buskirk batting 200. I've got a feeling he's going to come in and pitch, though, John. He does hit in the clutch.
Well, then they'll have to do a double switch. Put somebody in right field. Swing and a miss for strike one. Tying run aboard here in the bottom of the 7th inning with nobody out. Along with Chris Shevlin, Ken Gable, I'm John Sanders. That ball is driven to deep right center field. Well hit back and gone. How about that? A pinch hit, 2-run game-winning home run in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bring it on home, Oliver. You just won it.
Well, I told you, Oliver Van Buskirk likes to hit in the clutch, and I don't think he can get any more clutch than this.
With a walk-off 2-run home run to win the Pony League World Series for Long Beach.
Welcome to Sports Break. I'm Eddie Van Geist. Get ready to play ball with the newly crowned Pony League Baseball World Series champions, the Long Beach Pony All-Stars from Whaley Park. For these Long Beach All-Stars, the incredible journey to the Pony Baseball World Series Championship would encompass over 2 months of intense baseball action. And it all began when the Beach hosted the section tournament at home on Yawkey Field at Whaley Park.
1, 2, 3, Beach!
The highlight of this tournament was Long Beach's much-anticipated game against arch-rival Hartwell Park, the Pony World Champions, in 2003. But Hartwell was no match for Long Beach in this one. Behind the pitching of big Chase DeYoung and home runs by Thomas Walker, Matt Macaron, Chase DeYoung, and Matt Haven, Long Beach defeated Hartwell 15-3, the game ending due to the 10-run mercy rule. What does this championship mean to these young ball players? The outstanding third baseman on this championship team is Daniel DeWolf, and the coaches called you Mr. Clutch when it came to hitting. Tell us about this experience, Daniel. What's it mean to you?
This is probably the best experience of my life, especially my family being here supporting me. I had great coaching staff and great teammates to just be there with me while we all had the trip.
What about the hitting? You were hot. You were on fire.
I was just very comfortable up there. I don't know. I didn't have a certain batting stance. I just went up there and hit the ball.
Great job, Daniel. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Sally. This big guy. Great first baseman for the All-Stars here in Long Beach, Solomon Williams. And Sally, this experience, what did it mean to you?
It just meant I got to play a lot of good baseball against some of the best 14-year-old competition. And I just got to play a lot of good baseball. It was fun.
The pitching ace for these All-Stars from Long Beach is Chase DeYoung. This young man throws at 90+ miles per hour. He pitched a complete game, the championship game. And Chase, what does this championship mean to you?
It just means that all of us as a team just put in the effort, and we just had enough talent to make it that far.
You know, and you kids, of course, had the talent, but I think you had some awesome coaching. Talk about the coaching of this team.
For sure. I mean, Coach Ken and Coach Rick, I mean, they put it all out there for us, man. They gave us every opportunity. Coach Ken was throwing out rules and stuff. He was throwing out everything that if the other team stepped out of line, Coach Ken was there like that on it.
We know you throw a lot of heat. I'm curious, if you were to say what percentage of your pitches are your fastball, what would it be?
Oh, probably about 75 to 85%.
Buddy, keep throwing the heat, and congratulations.
Thank you.
It was a great experience. Never experienced something like that before, and hopefully I get to do it again. And I just had lots of fun and got to talk with all the kids there, and just have fun and play wiffle ball with them.
It was a great experience, you know. once in a lifetime. Never gonna forget it.
After a short break, you'll meet some more Long Beach Pony World Champions. Don't go anywhere. Long Beach captured the section tournament championship, and the big beach baseball machine kept rolling, winning the Super Region tournament in Whittier, followed by the West Zone tournament, which ensured them of a trip to the Pony World Series in Pennsylvania. This is an unbelievable shortstop, this big guy. Thomas Walker, great fielder. What a stick. What an accomplishment. What's it mean to you?
It means a great deal to me. I got to go out there in Pennsylvania and just win with all my neighborhood friends, and we're just a small little park, and we just went out and had fun.
Boy, I'll tell you, everybody knows about this small little park, Whaley. It's a big park right now. You mixed with the Chinese team. Everybody said, hey, the first guy to have rapport with the Chinese team was Thomas Walker. Tell us about it.
Well, on the first day, I was with Chase DeJong, the pitcher, playing catch, and one of the Taiwan pitcher was staring at us from around the corner. So I walked over and I waved, and I was acting real nice. And by next morning, we were all out in the parking lot playing wiffle ball, just having a great time. And he gave me one of the Chinese Taipei shirts, and I traded him with a Long Beach shirt. And we took a couple pictures, so it was just a great experience, and I still email the shortstop to this day.
Congratulations, Thomas. Great job.
Thank you.
The catalyst of the Long Beach Pony All-Stars is this great center fielder, Brett Harper. And Brett, what an amazing accomplishment. What does this championship mean to you?
It means a lot to me. It was a lot of fun competing out there with all the other teams, and we made a lot of new friends too. And this experience will definitely stay with me for the rest of my life.
Let's talk about that. Here you guys are mixing with a baseball team from Taiwan, China. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, one of our players, Thomas, he really got to know one of the guys. So we hung out a lot, and we played a lot of wiffle ball in the parking lot, and it was a lot of fun.
Congratulations, young man.
Thank you.
It makes me proud from being from Long Beach. It was a great experience out there. We mangled with all the kids, and meeting people from across the world and stuff is a really good experience, and it makes me proud for being Long Beach.
My thoughts on winning this championship is it was a great accomplishment. I'd like to thank my family for helping me through the whole thing, rooting me on and all that, and thank my teammates for, just being there, helping me when I'm down, and just a great accomplishment overall.
This is Eddie Van Geis. When we return, more with your Long Beach Pony All-Stars and highlights of the championship game. This is a most meaningful event for these youngsters. Hold on, Jake. This is Jake Hardy, the fine catcher for the All-Stars. And Jake, what does this accomplishment, what a championship, what's it mean to you?
It's just a dream come true. I remember when I was a little kid, just on the couch watching the Little League World Series, dreaming, being a catcher, and we just won. It was fun making friends with all the Chinese Taipei kids and kids around the country, and then especially our coaches, they did a real good job. They know how to have fun off the field. And on the field, it's serious. They know what to do. They just did really good.
Great job.
Thanks.
This championship is an accomplishment these kids will cherish for the rest of their lives.
This championship has given me the chance to fulfill my dreams of becoming a world champion and be just like the Major League players when they win the World Series.
I knew that this was going to be the last time I'm going to be able to play with all the players because some are going to Wilson, then Pauley and Milliken. So I knew we had to get it done, just like last year.
This is Eddie Van Geis. When we return, highlights of Long Beach's much-anticipated championship game. After 14 victories without a loss, it was time for Long Beach to once again take center stage in Washington, Pennsylvania, for the 57th annual Pony World Series Championship against Taichung City, Taiwan, China, exactly 1 year after suffering a painful loss on this same Lou Hayes Field to Puerto Rico in the title game. In the championship game, Long Beach called upon pitching ace, fireballer Chase DeYoung to take to the mound. Taiwan led 1-0 after 4.5 innings. In the bottom of the 5th, with 1 out, Avery Flores bunts and is safe at first via a throwing error. Brett Harper, the next batter, hits a grounder. Flores is forced out at second, but the relay throw to first is high, and Harper advances to second base. Then, hot hitting, Daniel DeWolf singles to left field, scoring Harper. The game is tied at 1-1, and the beach has new life. After a scoreless 6th, Taiwan comes to bat in the top of the 7th. Chiang Lee Wai draws a walk. The next batter lays down a bunt to move Wai to second. Wang Chao Min hits a pop-up single to center field, scoring Wai. Taiwan leads 2-1. With their fans sitting on the edge of their seats, it's now or never for the Long Beach All-Stars as they come to bat in the bottom of the 7th. Catcher Matt Macarone leads off with a single to left field. Oliver Van Buskirk comes to the plate to pinch hit for Mad Haven. On the second pitch, Van Buskirk hits a towering fly ball deep towards right center field. It's going, it clears the fence. Oh, Van Buskirk has just hit a 2-run walk-off homer, the ultimate in heroics, and Long Beach defeats Taiwan, China 3-2 for the Pony World Series Championship. What a difference a year makes. Van Buskirk's teammates mob him at the plate, and the celebration begins.
A 2-run home run.
When we come back, you'll meet home run hero, the Big O, as well as parents and the skipper, Ken Jackamer. All this on Sports Break when we return. Stay tuned.
Just be calm, no pressure. Think just any game.
This is the big guy that hits the long ball. He hit the walk-off home run in the championship game, Oliver Van Buskirk. And Oliver, your thoughts as soon as you hit the big home run, what were you feeling?
Shock and happiness. It was a great feeling to just hit one out and win it.
And then your teammates, the pictures, the mob surrounding you. It had to be your favorite time ever in your life going around the bases.
Yeah, it was a huge crowd at home plate. I mean, it took me about 30 minutes to get up, but it was all a team, 14 strong.
What are you going to remember most about this championship for you and your teammates?
Being able to tell my grandchildren and kids that this is what happened, that I hit a walk-off home run to win the World Series.
Yeah, buddy, you're in the history books. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Long Beach's fans and family members are going crazy. They're ecstatic in the stands. And finally, the 2008 World Series Championship trophy is awarded to manager Ken Jackamer and coaches Rick Romo and Victor Merrill. I'm joined by a mom and a dad, and of course all of us know the importance of family in everything that we do in life. Bonnie is Chase's mom, and Bonnie, Mom, what's a mother feel like right now after what your son accomplished being part of this great Pony League World Championship team?
This was the most amazing experience for all of us, and I just want to say thank you to the coaches, because the experience that they gave our boys wasn't just helping them to develop into excellent baseball players, but our boys came away knowing what it means to be men of character. They won with humility. They weren't arrogant. They were proud of their accomplishments, but it was just an incredible experience all the way around.
Thank you, Bonnie. Dean is Matt's father, and by the way, Dean, I got to find out about this. They call Dean Mr. Superstition. What's that all about?
Well, for the entire All-Star season run, the gear that I'm wearing is what I wore through the entire season, 15 games.
He washed it at least, but go
No,
ahead.
I washed it for the interview, but during that entire All-Star run, did not wash the clothes. Every game they won, I said, I'm not going to wash until they lose. They never lost all the way through the World Series championship. And then I washed it after we got home.
Amazing. And your feelings, I'm sure that down deep in your heart for your son, Matt. Tell us about those feelings.
I'm an old ball player myself, and you know, his accomplishments and along with the team's accomplishments are, in my view, extraordinary. There were 28,000 Pony League teams throughout the entire world, and to consider that our boys won the World Series championship, being the #1 team of 28,000 teams worldwide, just blows me away.
Well, I think after hearing from a mom and a dad, it's easy to understand why our kids represent us in such a fine way, competing against the best in the world. We've got some outstanding families in Long Beach. Coach Romo, what an amazing accomplishment in Washington, Pennsylvania. Your thoughts on this big win?
It was definitely a great win, just because I had been stewing for a year over the loss to Puerto Rico last year. And, you know, the feeling of a loss lasts much longer than the feeling of a win. So I was just thinking about all year, what could we have done? What could we have done better? What should we have done? It's always second guessing when you lose. So it was very sweet to come back in this position, stand in the same coach's box, you know, with the same feelings, same emotions, and to finally winning it, it was very, very fulfilling. And just the fact that we had such a great group of kids for 2 years, and the best kids I've ever coached, and it was just an amazing feat to get there to that point and to win it this time. And so it's almost like I had the feeling of defeat and just that bittersweet feeling to euphoria. And it's quite an amazing thing. And it's something that, you know, I'll always remember for the rest of my life, how I felt at that moment and when that ball went out and what I was doing and just everything that went through me. Just, you know, the accomplishment of 3 years of coaching All-Stars, and just it all accumulated into that one moment. It was incredible.
The very fine manager from these Long Beach Pony All-Stars at Whaley Park is Ken Jackamer. And Ken, your thoughts on what you just accomplished back in Pennsylvania?
Eddie, I think it was one of the most amazing things we could possibly have done. These kids stepped up and did the most complete performance I think one manager could ever ask. We were 15-0, undefeated, never lost a game, had all 14 members of our team step up and contribute individually throughout, and collectively. It was the epitome of a coaching experience for me and my staff and the city of Long Beach.
Well, and you know what? You talked about your kids, and I want to talk about your staff. You did a superb job.
Thanks. I was the manager this year. Last year, our manager of the team that went all the way to the World Series was Rick Romo, who this year is my coach. We just swapped places, and he was a tremendous asset to our playing the game the way that we do, the way that this team performs, the way they look, the way they talk, the way they act. It's primarily based on what Rick has done on the field with them. The other key that we added to our staff this year was Victor Merrill, a 17-year-old catching coach. Victor played for Rick and I for a couple of years, has been through the program, a member of Wilson High School's national championship team, joined us this year after graduating high school. Tremendous asset as far as having a young guy on our staff who can communicate with the kids, taught our catchers all the fine points of catching. We had the best catching staff out there, and he's now coaching the Wilson High School team. So we've got a great staff.
Families contributed a lot to your big victory.
Oh, absolutely. The kids that we had were such great character kids, and that obviously starts at home. And the support that we got from the parents from the beginning, committing to this effort, knowing what we had at stake, knowing the pressures to go back and repeat. There was never any discourse. Everybody was on board, the same page, and the result is what you saw out there.
Ken, congratulations. You did an awesome job, undefeated, 15-0, and a world championship. Great job.
Thank you very much,
What an amazing performance by these Long Beach Pony All-Stars at Whaley Park in winning the Pony League Baseball World Series Championship. And when you talk about championships in baseball in Long Beach, it happens at all levels, from Little League, Pony, high school, Long Beach City College, and our beloved Dirtbags at Long Beach State University. And how about naming just a few of our Long Beach products in the big leagues? Jason Giambi, Bobby Crosby, Troy Tulowitzki, Chase Utley, and Evan Longoria. When it comes to baseball excellence, you can't beat Long Beach, California. The secret? Maybe there's something in the water. For everybody at LBTV, I'm Eddie Van Geis. We'll see you next time on Sports Break.